right, we will now welcome our second presenter here. Please join me in extending a welcome to Courtney Carter from Chemistry and Biochemistry.
Are you feeling stressed? Well, when we undergo a prolonged, intense period of experiencing this psychological stress, a rainbow of effects can happen, and these effects can eventually lead to more serious conditions such as heart disease and mental health disorders. Because of the severity of these disorders, it is really important to monitor our stress levels over time for preventative measures, diagnostics, and treatment therapies. To do this, we use electrochemistry to develop a sensor to detect molecules that are produced by our body in response to stress. A primary example of this technology is the continuous glucose monitor for people with diabetes. It is currently the only commercially available electrochemical sensor. While glucose is indirectly linked to stress levels, the hormone cortisol is actually more directly correlated to when our body experiences stress. However, cortisol does not undergo electron transfer, so we cannot detect it directly using electrochemical methods. Instead, what we do is we modify our sensor surface with single-stranded DNA, or aptamers, and these aptamers are modified with molecules that do transfer electrons, called redox tags. Our aptamers that we use are specifically designed to bind only to cortisol, and when they do, the DNA actually folds over, bringing this redox tag closer to our sensor surface, or our electrode. And when this happens, when this tag gets closer to our surface, our electron transfer actually increases, which gives us a higher signal that is correlated to a higher concentration of cortisol. So for these types of sensors, one of the greatest challenges is the electrode material itself. In a lot of previous studies, people have used these flat gold disc electrodes on which the aptamers assemble, resembling blades of grass in a field. The issue with this is that you can only put a certain amount of DNA on your sensor, and that's going to limit our signal, as you can see here. The other issue is that because of the flat surface, things like oxygen and proteins can interfere with our signal, which can damage our surface and again impacts the overall operational lifetime of our sensor. To address this, we deposit gold nanostructures onto an array of nano-sized carbon electrodes. And what that does is the aptamers now take on the shape more resembling hair on a head. This allows us to put more DNA on our surface, and it also limits the effects of oxygen interference and protein absorption. This, coupled with the billions of electrodes we have on our surface, gives us higher signal, prolonged sensor operation lifetime, and addresses this grand challenge of monitoring stress. So, to answer my question from the beginning, are you feeling stressed? Well, I can measure it for you. Thank you.